DarkSwitch. The switchiest and darkest of the dark switches. This game, apparently, I was messing around a little bit with the demo. Full disclosure, I've played a bit before filming this. But this game, I was getting all into it, like getting into a groove and really enjoying the ethereal music and background. And I come to find out, the game features music by Akira Yamaoka, as in Silent Hill, as in one of the best, most listenable soundtracks related to a game of all time, and of amazing stuff. So, let's get into it. I'm not going to load any games. I've got one that I'm kind of working on right now, but I want to start off a new game to show you guys what this is about. Years ago, violent shroud surges. They overwhelmed and engulfed R, and from the fog came horrors beyond comprehension. Quick subtitles. That is why, by the personal decree of Archon Valfidus, we founded the settlement we call Elran. Here we conduct vital research to study the shroud's nature, to uncover secrets and to forge weapons against this unrelenting threat. Quick subtitles. Use flame guards to illuminate areas where settlers walk and work. That way they will be less exposed to the fog and less likely to get sick. Oh, sick! So I guess I hadn't actually fully read this tooltip before. Oh, is it doing any? That's unfortunate. That is a problem I had the first few times I started the game. If I clicked out of the window and then clicked back in, it would freeze and eventually have to close it out. I did get it working. I think it has to preload a bunch of stuff and it doesn't graphically show you it's preloading stuff. So I'm going to go through the tutorial since this is a new playthrough. The main menu can be opened by pressing the button in the upper right hand corner of the screen or by using the escape key. You can also close things by hitting that. Messer Entark, the messenger bird, has brought ill tidings. The bureaucrats of Sorago write that food shipments will cease. Furthermore, they demand a report of our activities here. So, Archon Valfidus is losing power. What about our supplies? This guy looks very much like, not Benedict Cumberbatch, but somebody playing a role from this looks like Harry Potter fan art. Maybe, mixed with a little Lord of the Rings fan art a bit. I don't know. We have enough food for 3 days, Mr. Einhark, but there are mushrooms above the platform of the great tree. Mushrooms above the platform of the great tree. Okay, I guess. It's not the healthiest food, but since we don't have anything better, go collect it! Okay. So I love the graphics in this game. I love the graphics in this game. I love the art style, is what I should be saying. The graphics are a little bit, this is cranked all the way up. So they're a little bit grainy. They're a little bit like last gen style graphics, but I don't care. I mean, the art style is beautiful to me. I love this. It is such a relaxing shift efficiency. This efficiency panel shows how well the current shift is performing. You can see the hourly and daily resource production rates. Efficiency drops if the shift is understaffed or workers have negative conditions, e.g., exemplary gratis, injuries or exhaustion. The worse your workers' morale, the more frequent workplace accidents become. So, if you overwork them, bad things happen. Something else to notice, these tooltips, until you press next, you can't interact, and it can be a little annoying because you're looking so far over on the screen. But just minor gripe. Just UI thing. Workers are divided into 3 classes: toilers, artisans, and rangers. Each class is a preferred job, which they perform with increased efficiency, and unsuitable jobs, which suffer penalties. For example, laborers are the most efficient at harvesting fungi from the tree's bark. Efficient. at harvesting fungi. Buildings that gather raw food, e.g. fungus gathering posts, operate indefinitely. Their food sources replenish over time. Other resource nodes, however, can be fully depleted. So you're going to see my arch nemesis here, wood. Lumberjacking in this game. I don't know if it's an issue with the demo. I don't know if it's an issue with the player. I don't know if it's something because it's just difficult to balance, but early game it seems pretty easy to harvest as much wood as you need, and then when things just start getting a little further along, it gets incredibly difficult to harvest any of the wood you actually need. And I don't know if that's just me or what the whole deal is, but it is so frustrating. Alright, we need a cookery, because these kookeries need to be able to eat. I do like this. I wish this were a little larger as far as the interface, because at a glance I'd like to see, when other stuff is so like friendly eyes, I'd like to see maybe an icon of this size or that size. 24 wood, 0 planks, no coal, and stuff like that. I'd just like to see it at a glance. But again, minor interface gripes. And with any RTS like this, I'd always love to just be cranked up to the max, unless you're doing something specific in the environment that you need to kind of focus on, figure out what you're doing. I would definitely just right there, because your supplies will replenish faster. These mushrooms taste like feet and smell like old garbage. No wonder so many workers got sick after eating them. Let's boil them. Boiling will break down the poison. They won't taste any better, but at least they'll be safe. This is not the time to be picky. Oh, I love the artwork. I have skipped past this stuff a little too much. You can kind of see the rendering is a little more hexagonal there. I don't know if that's a deliberate stylized thing from rough hewing logs, but it looks to be now that I'm looking at it. But that's awesome. What a cool, weird little fantasy universe. The build menu will allow you to build new buildings in the settlement. By clicking the hammer button, you will see a building category available to you. You can build a kitchen by selecting the leftmost categories, food. When you hover over an image of a building, you will see its description and price, as well as find out what servers it can be built on. A kitchen can be built anywhere, but now it is worth building on a trunk. When you select a building to build on the trunk, you will see its translucent silhouette, and the surface of the trunk will display the area available for construction. Hover over any area you like. If the building can be built, the silhouette will turn green. Otherwise, it will remain red. If you don't have enough resources for a building, the silhouette will be red, even if the place is suitable for construction. That's annoying. It should be yellow. We'll see if it changes in the main game. By selecting a suitable location, clicking on the left mouse button, you will begin the construction of the building. The future buildings will be surrounded by forests, and residents who are free from work will go build it. If all your residents are hired in work shifts, the building will not be built. When the builders finish their work, a new building will appear in your settlement, ready to go. Kookery. This scout base with no scout groups. 31 homeless people. My God, 4 physically ill people. So let's while we're waiting for that cookery, how about we get a forest house going? So we need these housing units so that people have places to stay. Someone in my household was saying this is very Avatar coded with the forest tree villages. Fall of the Ignalis. 3 red signals from the northeast. That means the neighboring output, Ignalis, has fallen. There's no way to help them now. The ruins where Ignalis is located are a 5-day journey away. Even if we send rangers, after marching through fog teeming with shroud creatures and ancient relics, they'll need their own help. Elrond has a mission, and completing it is paramount. Alas, every man for himself. A smaller silhouette next to a building is possible. Extension. Extensions will become available to you later with the study of technologies. You are not obliged to leave space for an extension, but then its construction will not be available to you in the future. Perhaps someone from Ignalis has survived. We must accept the survivors if they reach us. Are you going to accept them? You know what the Shroud does to people. You want crazed refugees to burn half of Elrond to the ground? We'll help them as long as it doesn't hinder our research, and we ourselves can't sleep in tents anymore. We need to build proper houses. Or maybe we should just cut it down. Before you proceed, Maiden, remember, cutting the flesh of the great tree is not only sacrilege, but also a crime. Though Sarago is far, Messer Einhart will never allow it. Ethnarch. That's what I'm going with. Ethnarch Tessin. Ethnarch. I didn't really look at the names in this game before, but... yes, precisely! The great tree generates solar, therefore I forbid anyone to even lay an axe on it without the craftsman's supervision. I will not tolerate such barbarism. Fell the trees on the ground! So yes, for wood. Our settlement is a small light in the middle of a dangerous world. Difficulties and adversaries that we'll visit will certainly affect the mood of the residents. The bar at the top of the screen shows the certain current level of fear in the settlement. With a high level of fear, the efficiency of workers decreases. Even if the bar fills completely, you lose! The fear of the settlement increases when your villagers gain negative ailments, and decreases when they lose them. Story events and choices can also increase or decrease the level of fear. Fear. I mean, they could have called the game Tree of Fear. I mean, DarkSwitch doesn't really... When I went to look up the game for more information on it, I came up with a bunch of Switch games by searching DarkSwitch. There's just a lot of... I have questions. That's all I'm really meaning to say. I like the game. There's a lot to love about it. I don't quite know why they do some of the things they've done. So we're going to upgrade the council chamber. It doesn't really prompt you to at this level, but it takes a while. This game is not great about giving you feedback for how long things are really taking. Or will take. Other than, I guess that right there was fine. If you stay on it, you don't click off it like a loon. I thought it took much longer than that, but that's... I guess I was distracted. Council Fortress! And it takes increasingly more resources, of course, to continue upgrading. But one of the things we can now do is build another platform. And these are not available to us yet. All around the tree, there are other platform areas that will be built out in the future if we upgrade. But this is the one area available to build for now. I've built it in every playthrough. I don't end up filling it with buildings. I'm going to try to change that on this playthrough because the ones on the ground are just fundamentally unsafe. Now, we have to build tree cutting buildings down here. We have to build the lumberjackeries. The lumberjackeries, you know. Yes, lumberjackeries down there, but on the whole, we don't want to build down there. So let's do back to these cook gentlemen's refugees from Ignalis. These people are barely standing on their feet. It's amazing how they overcame all this way. Nobody can really explain what occurred. Some talk about an unexpected attack by the inhabitants on each other. Others say there were waves of fog in which entire squads vanished. Among those who came, many were wounded, but a big chunk of them were lunatics. The tied-up psychos drool, laugh wildly, and mumble random odd words. The fog has consumed their minds. We've seen this before. My options are let the refugees in, they need help. Or the refugees will need to be driven away, they may be dangerous. I think this is... Oh, that increases fear by 2. Okay. And the other option is this. Like I said, I've done this before. You should probably turn them away, realistically, because there are events that happen later on. Also, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous artwork. Love that so much. You should probably turn them away. I'm not turning them away because icky feelings, I guess. When a resident goes too long without food, they become hungry. If your settlement has functioning cookery with available food, hungry residents will automatically go there to eat. If there's no food available or no cookery distributed, a hungry resident will eventually become starving. After 24 hours without food, they will die. We don't want that. Residents eat rations made of raw food. Their value improves as you progress. While residents can eat raw food directly, this is inefficient and may cause illness. That all sounds about right. Okay, we get the guys running. Alright, so I need a healing quarters. And I'm actually going to build it down here. Usually build that way up top, but since we're down here, I'm building a healing quarters. I don't usually build it that early, but I ought. And that clears up. The Archon's latest message states that you, Tessin, have been appointed as the leader. You better get used to making difficult decisions. I always think about what is best for the people. And there will always be those who are dissatisfied. For example, many had hoped to return home to Sarago on the next Skywalk. Now we are stuck here for a good while. Jeez, I'm gonna calm down. I miss the times when I was just a humble researcher. Which is a very, very subtle way of saying, Helga, cool your tits. You're being ridiculous. Ridiculous, Helga. Stop helling around. Okay, we have many homeless. So let's get some unhoused people housed. Not enough resources. As a former StarCraft player, I really love putting things in ranks, like vertical, clean lines. I like putting stuff orderly so I can see how many at a glance I've got. But it's hard to do that in this game. Master, the toilers complain of panic attacks at night. Many hear whispers and moans. The shout is getting thicker. Fortunately, daylight still keeps it at bay. Alright, light the flame guards near the buildings. They will help protect the people at night. Is that going to be his new voice? What should be done with the lunatics? A couple of crazy refugees managed to break free somehow. They yelled at the darkness and crawled into their entrails. It was moving there. They said the flames could purify them. They tried to set fire to themselves and burned the buildings. And burned in the building. Send the lunatics to the healing chambers. They're crazy, not criminals. Get the lunatics out of the area. We can't help them any longer. That would significantly cut down our fear. Significantly cut down our workers and artisans, though. So I'm going to go with the get well. Gotta get them well. Put these dudes in the cookery. See if we get more dudes, making more kooks. We get cooking real good. Cooked. Let's do. Oh boy, I can't build anything right now, can I? Oh, I have 11 wood. No wonder. I'm supposed to be able... Okay, I've got a flame guard. That's good and all, but... I really want to be able to build a lumberjack stand. Our wood stocks are getting low. We can't keep this up or we're going to run out of it completely. We have no choice but to take the risk and go down to get wood. Yeah, I would have assumed you'd think that sooner, but it's just me. It's dangerous. What if we suddenly run into Sarago's air patrol? Be on your guard. By the way, if they can find a secluded spot near the lake to build a fisherman's shed, after all, one can't live on mushrooms alone. Mushrooms. So I don't have enough to create a scout team. Rations. I feel like that means I need more cookeries. Oh, I haven't staffed the healing quarters. I thought I did. Oopsie daisies. Well, we've got 11 wood. I heal some sick. I don't really get why these have a staffing option to staff the burnt building, but they do. Oh, good. This is a set story event. I've done a couple playthroughs. This is not a random, this is a set time story event that happens. There's nothing you can do to prevent it, unfortunately. Because they're kind of a lot. Flames that are scarier than the shroud. Luminarchy. Just the sound of this very word makes very many people turn pale and shiver with fear. The Luminarchs carry the word of light with fire and sword to the furthest outposts. Their duty is to find and punish heretics, whatever and whoever they are. What do they need here? Stop them from landing in Oleron. We're under Archon's personal protection. Allow them to look around. Just the main thing is don't let them up here. Well, fear increase? Yeah. You can do this. It does nothing. The goggles, they do nothing. It just makes them upset. This one, I guess, is the default thing you have to choose. Greetings to the servant of light. Because they're going to land either way. There's no way to keep them out. This is our letter of credence from Valfidus, Archon of Sarago. I know I just skipped that, sorry. We are under his personal protection, and your authority is... The light guides us all, and we go where it tells us. We will examine every resident with our truth machine. Oh, truth machine. Your permission is not required. I don't want them or the truth machine in my area, but here they are. We have too many hungry citizens, trying to get rid of them, but not by force. Make sure they all have something to eat. I don't think I want this gentleman serving people food if he's making jokes about getting rid of hungry citizens. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, and my food is stuck. I can't produce more... Or my lumber, I mean, is stuck. So I can't produce more lumber until... I don't know what they want me to do here. I'm going to staff this. I really don't get what staffing a burnt out building does. Are they going to clear it out? Like, what are they doing? I don't get that. But I'm going to put staff there. We're still at 11 wood, and I can't do anything. So I think what we have to do at this point... Hello? Leora, what are you doing down here? Well, Leora, you're rather fetching, but... Okay, we're just gonna sit down on a plank. Huge news for the unemployed, by the way, this plank. Flames that are scarier than the shroud. The Luminox remained idle for many hours, but then they stopped and began taking each of Eleron's inhabitants one by one into their Skywalker. They were interrogated, and many were tortured. There was nothing that we could do about it. After all, if the Luminox gave a signal, the incinerator cruisers would arrive in a few days, leaving only a scorched mark on the site of their outpost. All they could do was hope that none of the inhabitants would reveal Eleron's true purpose. We must protect the secret. I guess I'm protecting a secret, because I don't even know what the secret is. Yeah, what is going on here? Got a little, you guys having a rendezvous? Vardon Darnot. I guess she doesn't want to sit next to you, buddy. But he's gonna be. He's trying. He's trying. He's trying to sit next to her. She's gonna go over here now. See, Leora, why don't you get a job, Leora? I mean, this is getting ridiculous, Leora. You've been sitting down here for minutes at this point, and there's rations. How do I give these people jobs? How do I give them jobs? I really want a scout group. I don't have any rations. This is producing rations, but note very quickly. Okay, good. Assigning the workers to the burnt out building does clear it out. I didn't actually get that before. This forest house, I think what we can do is if you go to relocate... Oh, how weird. How weird! Forest house can't be relocated. What are these? That's called a forest house too. That is so strange. I haven't tried to do this before, but if you try to relocate this building, you can't put it on the barn. It's only on ground. That's so strange. Well, you know, I think I'm going to relocate that downstairs, because I could use that space there. And what do we have? 15 planks of wood. Scout papers with no scout groups. I don't know why I'm not getting rations. Okay, this is supposed to be producing 3.6 rations. 87.8 in 24 hours. So maybe it's another day or so for this to actually get some rations going. Stupid elves, this is. Stupid tree elves. Alright, I'm waiting for the prompt to be able to build a lumberjack hut so that I can lumber me Jack and Jack me lumber and Jack me quick and get some lumber. The residents' madness. Several toilers stand and talk at the forest edge. Light wisps of fogs rise from beyond the trees, moving oddly fast. One of the brave men decides to take a closer look at the strange fog. The fog envelops him. A second later, he begins screaming loudly. The madman runs out of the fog and begins tearing at his face with his hands, as if trying to pull the fog out. The others watch the scene in horror, frozen. Finally, they come to their senses and try to run away, but it's too late. The fog catches up with them too. Awful. Darkness has been summoned by sorcerers hiding within the settlement. It is a song of the Black Moon, says, Shroud of the dead will cover the world. As the song of the Black Moon says. I am a man of science, and I rely solely on empirical evidence. We should have built the engineerium a long time ago. Messer, the equipment is ready. Aether Watch requires height. We'll build it as an annex to the council chamber. Oh, Helga, do you see Legatus? We're not hiding anything from you. This is just a mere research outpost. Helga? Helga. Aether Watch. The ability to predict fog movements. That actually would be pretty useful. It's just getting the doggone resources to this stuff is tough. I can't even get rations, man. I can't even get rations and then lumber. Look at how slow that's cooking. I can't even create a new cookery because I don't have the lumber to create a new cookery. I can't even get more lumber because I don't have the lumber to create a lumbery. And lumber along. Kabooey. I don't know why I moved that house down there, but I did. So, kabooey! I don't like this. Development to a forest residence. I can upgrade to a forest residence for a minimal investment. That will actually be a good idea. How did I not see that before? When, oh when? When, oh when, oh when? Do I get to get wood? Oh, and we're still having our romance passing like ships in the night here. Elgin Sornay and his liege, his liaison with, what's her name? That won't even let me click on her anymore. Forest House, yes, her name is Forest. Magda Isambard, not working, unemployed, acting aloof. Well, maybe one day they'll talk, determine whether they like each other or not. But that day is not today. I love the details on the tree bark and everything. I think that's really cool. It is really funny because it looks like it has really low fidelity graphics in parts, but then the use of the lighting, and it's got some other tricks up its sleeve that really makes it look good. So I don't know, it's an odd mix. I don't hate the graphics, but I don't, it seems really, really retro to me in a nostalgic way, is I think what it is. My men notice lights in the shroud. They flicker strangely, and if they are signaling for someone, they are only visible from the council chamber platform. Then we will need to find the source of the signal. Send out a squad to search for it. I will be cautious. The Luminarchs have descended from the great tree and have gone into the forest. My rangers will return before they arrive, so the Luminarchs won't notice a thing. Probably not the good voice for that ranger, but it is what it is. We have more mushrooms down here. I don't know if we can harvest these. What is this? Is this like a fog meter? Tell me what that is. I want to know what that is. We're still stuck at 15 frickin' logs. This is insanity. So, I'm literally at this point, that would give me 25 back. I don't even have the heckin' option to build a doggone lumbertarium or whatever, but I kind of want to demolish something so I can get some frickin' logs going. That only gives me 10 back. This gives us, what, 15 back? No, it only gives 10 back. Oh, God. Nothing. Nothing. Not one hecking thing. Well, shucks. Alright, so how many... We still have a lot of homeless people. Unhoused individuals. And I can't build them a forest house. I want to build them a forest house. I want to build a forest residence. Oh, I have to research. I see. I have to research it. Yeah, that good old fast forward, super fast forward button, because you really do get kind of stuck in parts where there's nothing you can do. And I don't know what's up with that. And the Luminarchy is just over there interrogating the heck out of my entire civilization here. Bastages. Disgustages. So there's two options here. You can stop swirling. Why are you swirling? It's really weird. You can be centric to the tree, and you can rotate around the tree and check up on everything and see what all is happening. What's the his-abs, you know? And you can go and have free move camera, and it really, like, the landscape and everything is so cool. I don't know why it keeps doing that. The super rude. Stop that. Stop that. Stop doing the spin forever. It only happens sometimes. I don't know why that keeps happening. I'm trying to show it off. All these points of interest, I want to get some scouts trained, but we don't have any rations. We have no rations. And for some weird reason, oh, we don't actually have that many people to allocate. I thought we did. Alright, well, if we're going to be that way, I'm going to allocate actual workers who exist to the cookery. See if we can cookery up some more stuff, more cookerly. Workers are out of work, please. Building is working. Efficiency is 125%. 125? That's unheard of efficiencies. My goodness. Alright. I don't actually know how we... Today my brother detained a toiler who didn't have a certificate proving he had passed the machine of truth. Any explanations? The toiler forgot his certificate home. We're poor and backward outpost. We must maintain the device for the measuring the level of the shroud. At the same time, several rangers armed to the teeth are ready to die, rather than let me reach the top of the great tree. Do I look like an idiot to you? Well, now that you mention it in that outfit, you kind of do. My patience is over, Tessin. Now it's your turn to pass the machine of truth. Tessin approaches the Luminarch's Skywalker, trying his best to hide his willies. He manages to turn around and look at his comrades while the door closes behind him. We must fight through it. Must fight. I do love the art style so much. But that is a good stopping point for today. I cannot wait until it lets us actually build some heckin' schmeckin' wood hacking lumberjacks. Because that's really getting on my nerves. Oh, there we go. I can actually create a scout team. Look at that. Look at the scout team is training. I have a feeling that was a world event that was blocking us from doing that, so we've got to be able to scout over here. Ah, yes, okay. I have to assess the viability for lumber. That was the whole thing. Ah, gosh, I'm skipping stuff and I don't mean to. Yeah, send some diggers out to look for the metal debris you mentioned. If we find anything worthwhile, we can help make a complex machines. Don't know what I skipped there. Something about scouting more stuff. Sorry. That is about a good stopping point for today. I am enjoying the heck out of this game. I can't stop playing it. I want to keep playing it. I'm gonna probably keep playing it. Oh, my men spotted the procession of the Luminarchs. They are not hiding at all. Indeed, they are carrying torches. Are they coming back? If so, we should stop searching right away. I don't want our people to run into the Luminarchs. Like I said, that really is about it for today. I'm gonna go ahead and come on, stop. World events, stop it. This area is well suited for a lumberjack's hut. If we build a warehouse nearby, labor productivity will increase. Workers won't have to carry logs over long distances. Okay, build some logs. Some buildings can only be built on Some buildings can only be builded on a certain surface. Places where such building can be erected are marked with icons on the tooltip. There are some odd language choices in this game, which makes me think it's not. I don't know if it's. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing there, but it doesn't seem native English for some of the translations, translation apparent things. But it's very strange. Warehouses allow you to store more resources. After building a new warehouse, you will choose the resource that will be stored in it. If you don't assign the resource, the warehouse will be empty. Next. Each warehouse stores 200 units of the selected resource. Later, after studying the technologies, you can increase the capacity of the warehouses. Next. Also, the proximity of warehouses increases the effective production. By building a warehouse next to a sawmill, you will increase the output of your lumberjacks. If the building is connected to the city council through a chain of warehouses, the effect will be even greater. Next. That is really, I mean it this time, about all the time we have for today. I'm going to save a new game. I'm going to call it, we're going to call it Heckin' Shucks. And I will see you Treeside and Starside. Goodbye!